Do you really miss someone but you can't say it directly? So you can only code, using small things whose meaning can only be understood by those who understand. Well, that's what recently made armies all over the world nervous. BTS's V, aka Kim Taehyung, seems to be giving subtle signals about his homesickness not through songs, not through direct messages, but through dog photos. Yes, really. But wait, it's not just about cute dogs. Behind that one simple photo, there's a deep meaning that stirs emotions. And if you think this is just overthinking, fans, believe me, you'll be surprised at how deep the symbolism behind this photo is. Let's unpack it all, theoretically, emotionally, and in a very V way. So, some time ago, V aka Kim Taehyung suddenly uploaded a photo of his pet dog, Yeontan, on BTS social media platforms. The photo looked simply. Yeontan was sitting quietly, his eyes straight at the camera, with an inconspicuous background. But as always, nothing is ordinary when it comes to Taehyung. Fans immediately realized this wasn't just a random post. It's a signal. And to understand why this is so viral and so touching, we must first understand the symbolic relationship between humans and pets, especially in the context of expressing emotions that cannot be expressed directly. In psychological theory, particularly in the concept of projective communication, humans often channel feelings that are difficult to express verbally through objects or creatures that they love, including pets. So, when someone posts a photo of a beloved pet with a certain mood or expression, it is often an extension of their deepest emotions. In this case, you could say that Yeontan is a kind of emotional mirror of Taehyung. Taehyung himself is known as a person who doesn't talk much about his feelings directly. He often conveys them through visual symbols, music, and atmosphere. If you notice, since he entered the military, the intensity of his interaction on social media has decreased dramatically. Naturally, because yes, state duty. But behind that silence, there is a longing that seems to be starting to overflow.
And boom.
He uploaded a picture of Yeontan. Why is this significant? Because Yeontan is no ordinary dog. Among armies, Yeontan is not just a pet, but a symbol of Taehyung's domestic, gentle, and warm side. He often brings Yeontan to photo shoots and even made a photo book together. This means that if V is giving Yeontan the spotlight again in the midst of his military service, it means that he is trying to reconnect to his old life, to the art world, to his fans, and to the part of him that is free to express himself. Theoretically, there is also the concept of parasocial relationships that can explain why this has a big impact on fans. In parasocial relationships, fans build a one-way emotional connection with a public figure. They can feel really close even though they don't know them in person. And when Taehyung, a figure who has rarely been open about himself, suddenly speaks through visual media like Yeontan's photos, it feels like personal communication for armies. Some theories even emerged from fans about the symbolism of the background color in the photo, the lighting, and even the direction of Yeontan's eyes. Some say that the direction of her gaze looks like she's looking into the past because the camera position points to the left, which in visual semiotics is often interpreted as the direction of past time. Details like this may sound silly to outsiders, but to fans, it's a way to stay connected. And what makes this even deeper is the moment of the upload. The photo was uploaded just a few days after BTS' birthday or during an anniversary moment that has high emotional value for all members and ARMY. While everyone else was busy with their own projects and activities, Taehyung came through with one small photo that held great meaning. I'm still here. I still remember. Now, from here we start to get into broader territory. What is the impact on the global fan community? And what does this action mean in the grand scheme of V's personal branding as an artist? After Yeontan's photo was uploaded, the wave of response from ARMYs was not just busy but emotional. There were thousands of tweets, fan art popping up, and some fans even went as far as to create a very detailed theory thread about the possible hidden meaning behind the photo. This shows that Taehyung's fans are not just passively enjoying the content, but also actively shaping the meaning and narrative of the small symbols he provides. This is known in communication theory as active audience theory, where the audience is not just a receiver of messages, but an active interpreter who plays a role in constructing meaning. Taehyung understands this dynamic very well. He knows that once he gives a signal, it will grow in the hands of the fans. But what's more interesting is he believes that his fans are sensitive enough, intelligent enough, and connected to him emotionally enough to understand his unspoken messages. And this isn't the first time Taehyung has used small symbols like this. We can see his consistency since his debut until now. From the outfits he wears, from the sometimes moody, sometimes dreamy tones of his Instagram feed, to the choice of lyrics in his solo songs that are often metaphorical and full of nature visuals. She is not just another K-pop idol. She's an artist who crafts her life narrative with care, symbolism, and flavor. Hence, when we talk about Yeontan's photos, it's not just about personal longing. It's also about how Taehyung keeps his artistic identity alive, even when he's off the entertainment scene. He doesn't scandalize, he doesn't sensationalize, he just makes a presence through something simple and beautiful, and that's more powerful than 1,000 words. We also can't ignore the time factor. V is currently serving in the military phase that for many idols feels like a total break from the world. But through this post, he managed to break that wall. It's as if he's saying, I may not be able to perform in front of the camera right now, but my heart is still here. And that strengthened the fans. It makes them feel that the connection hasn't been broken. There is still a bridge, albeit small, but strong enough to bind millions of hearts. So, we can conclude that Yeontan's photo is a signal of longing, but also a statement of existence. Through the little dog, V said, I still exist. And ARMY replied, we're still here too. And honestly, this is a very Taehyung way of communication. While other idols might write a long letter or make a farewell video, V chose a quiet, elegant, and meaningful way. Not because he wants to be different, but because that's how he expresses himself. We can learn a lot from this, about the importance of symbols, about the power of nonverbal narratives, and about how emotional communication can happen even without words. And more importantly, we learn that in today's noisy world, sometimes silence is the most powerful way of speaking.